Okay, after a long time we are attending the classes, so I know our usual laziness. We won't take our textbook pencil like that. Please take your textbook in your hand and be ready to attend the class. And please take your pencil and textbook. Civics last lesson, 10th lesson. Okay, let's just start. Do you recall the story of a shirt for your class 7 book? We saw there was a chain of market link, the producer of a cotton to the buyer of a shirt in the supermarket. Buying and selling was taking place at every step in the chain. Many of the people directly or indirectly involved the production of the shirt. The smaller farmer producing cotton, the weavers of Erode, or the worker in the garment exporting factory face exploitation or an unfair situation in the market. Markets everywhere tend to exploitive of people, whether as a worker or consumer or a producer. So in the market, what is happening? All the buying and selling in each and every stage, each and every one trying to exploit others. So the seller will think I want to make maximum profit, and buyer also will think I want to make maximum profit. So knowingly or unknowingly, everywhere we can see the exploitation. To protect people from such an exploitation, the government makes certain laws. These laws try to ensure that unfair practices are kept at minimum in the market. So in this lesson we are going to see how the government is trying to protect the people from different types of exploitation. We are going to think about how we can keep ourselves away from exploitation, or how we can protect that one, that we are going to see. And protection against right against the exploitation, that is one of our fundamental right we have seen already. Okay, let us move to the lesson. Let us take common market situation where the law is very important. In the market, law is important or not? Are we having like that any common laws in the market or not? This is the issue of the workers' wage. Private companies, contractors, business person normally want to make much profit as they can. So it is the problem with the workers' wage. If you are looking to the private sector, we can see in every company or every contractors, they are having the motive to make maximum profit. What is their profit? To make maximum profit. That's why what they will do, they will try to give very less wage, even though they are working day and night, or as much as they can. The job giver or the employer try to give the less wage to them. That is the one of the problem what we are facing in the marketplaces or in the society. Here we are going to see social justice, how we are going to practice in with the help of laws. Okay, in the drive for profit, they might deny workers their right and not pay them wages. For example, in the eyes of the law, it is illegal or wrong to deny workers their wage. In the when we are thinking about the workers side, employers side, they will try to give least wage. But when we are thinking about the workers side, they want to get it, that is their right. Similarly, to ensure that workers are not underpaid or are paid fairly, there is a law on minimum wages. In the market or in the company, we want to practice what? The law on minimum wage. We are having that one in India, and question is, are we practicing that one in our own company or in our own area? That the workers have to pay not less than the minimum wage by the employer. The minimum wage are revised upward every few years, every 5 years or 6 years. The government used to revive or renew that one. Why? Because the market availability of the things in the market may be vary. For example, onion was available by 10 rupees before per kg, and this year in between it came with more than 100 rupees. Again it came down to 30-40 rupees. So according to that, the government want to revise that one or review the minimum wage. And if you are looking to the 100 days job, what the government's giving under the one of the government scheme, what they decided 60-70 rupees it was. Now it is 135 rupees in some area it is more than 200. According to area wise also, that daily wage it is different, state wise it is different. So each and every employer, we are responsible to give to our workers the minimum wage. As with the law of the minimum wage, which is meant to protect workers, there are also laws that protect the interest of the producer and consumer in the market. We have seen here in the example how the workers wage that protecting by law, like that to protect the consumer as well as producer. Also there are laws in the marketplace or in the society. These help ensure the relations between the three parties, the worker and the consumer and the producer, are governed in a manner that it is not exploitive. So what is the intention of making laws like that? All three parties, workers are there, consumers are there, and producers are there. Who is making that one, harvesting that one? They are the producing people, and those who are working for the production, they are known as the workers, and who is consuming the product, they are known as the consumers. All together, no one party should not get any exploitation. That is the intention of the government when they made the rules and regulations. Okay, let us move to next one. Table 1 provides some important laws relating to the protection of these various interests. Each and every group having the various interests that we are going to see. Column 2 and 3 in the table states why and for whom these laws are necessary. Based on the discussion in the classroom, you have to complete the remaining entries in the table. So first column, it is law. Minimum Wage Act specifies that wage should not be below the specified minimum. And why it is necessary? Many workers are denied fair wages by their employers because they badly need work. Workers have no bargaining power and are paid low wages. And whose interest does the law protect? The law is meant to protect the interest of all workers, particularly farm laborers, construction workers, factory workers, domestic workers, etc. So let us move. That is all the details given, then no need to explain. Second one, law specifying that there be adequate safety measures in the workplace. For example, alarm system, emergency exit, properly functioning machinery. So once again, law specifying that there be adequate safety measures in the workplace. Why it is? Because many people, they used to get injury or having the hazardous jobs. That's why they should keep the safety measures. And whose interest? It is the workers' interest. Again, if they are become handicapped or dying in between work, it will affect the people. Then third one, law requiring that the quality of goods meet certain prescribed standards. For example, electric appliances have to meet satisfied standards. Consumers might be put to risk by poor quality of the product such as electrical appliance, food and machinery, medicines, etc. So we are having the quality of food law related to it. And why it is thinking about the consumer who is buying things, they should get good quality. And whose interest going to be protected? Consumers' right. So in first two, workers' interest going to consider. Second one, consumers' right going to be considered. Then law requiring that the price of the essential goods means sugar, salt, like that things not high for example sugar, kerosene, food grains, etc. So essential goods which we cannot avoid from our daily life, like that things price should not increase much like that. And what is the necessary? Because the consumers, the poor consumer also should able to, or it should be affordable to them. Then interest of the poor who will otherwise be unable to afford these goods. The poor people in some states we are having the good public distribution system or PDS or ration shop, like that system. So they will distribute in very low price with good quality of food. Otherwise also in the shop we want to keep the essential goods in a smaller prices. The next one, law requiring that factories do not pollute air and water. So what is for whom? That also for the common people, not for anybody separately, for common people, for everyone whose interest, neighbors interest, those who are living near to that factory, they are interest to be going to be protected. Law against child labor in the workplace. This is again we can say it is not because of the factory's problem. Children are ready to come to work, but what they want, we want to do, we want to make the laws against the child labor. We are already having, because it is under in the hands of state or country to protect our own children. Then next one, it is laws to law to form workers union or associations. So here we can see employers, consumers, workers, everyone getting, and here we are organizing or making association. By organizing themselves into union, workers can be used their combined power to demand fair wages and better working conditions. If they are having their own association or the unions, what they can do, they can ask for the better living condition, better working condition. That for whom? Again it is meant for workers. Okay, next part we will continue in next video.